Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Mr. Williamson from UTA Martial Arts. I know over the next couple weeks we might have some trouble getting to class, or in the event that we might have to close, we want to come up with a couple really cool ways for you guys to train at home with us and make sure that we keep making progress towards our next belt testing so that everybody feels like we're still moving forward over these next couple weeks, okay? The very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start off with a really cool fitness test that's going to run for the next week, okay? And this is going to be part of what we do over the next few days. We're going to start off by taking a really cool fitness test with 4 basic exercises, and this goes across every level, every type of student, all the way from white belt all the way to our high ranks. And the numbers are going to be different, and we hope that the parents engage with their students at home and maybe do this with them. It's a great way to keep your body moving around and stay nice and healthy, okay? The 4 exercises we're going to be testing on are really simple ones, but they're very important. The first one is jumping jacks. The second one is leg raises. The third one is push-ups, and the fourth one is sit-ups. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to help demonstrate a couple of the ways that we want to make sure that we're doing these exercises, and I'm going to help you understand how to take a basic 1-minute fitness test for each one of these exercises, all right? The very first one is jumping jacks. We do them almost every day we're in class. It's a total body warm-up, okay? But a lot of times, people don't do these properly. So when you're at home and you're taking this jumping jack test, we're going to make sure that you're doing them properly by putting your feet shoulder width apart and getting your hands all the way above your head. Once you get your hands all the way above your head, you're quickly bringing your hands back down by your side, okay? So as we string them together, we want to make sure that we're still touching our hands and then putting them back down. And again, for our fitness test, it's going to be a 1-minute time frame, okay? For that 1-minute time frame, you can do as many as possible. Okay, you can take a break if you need to, and then try to do some extra sets into that 1 minute and see how many you can do within 1 minute time. And remember, they don't count unless you touch your hands together, okay? The second exercise is push-ups. And I know a lot of times people do push-ups in different ways, okay? And we have to make sure that no matter what style of push-up we're doing, we're gonna be focusing on that one for the entire week, all right? We're gonna start off with a basic quarter push-up. And when we're down on the floor, we don't have to be bending our arms all the way down and touching our chest and bringing it all the way back up, but we do need to make sure that we're moving our body properly, okay? So I'm gonna do this 2 ways, one facing you and one facing the side, okay? I'm gonna get my hands a little bit more than shoulder width apart. I don't want them too narrow, okay? That's a different style of push-up. We want our hands a little bit wider. So I got my hands apart a little bit, and even if I'm only going down a quarter of the way and coming back up, that's a great way to start getting stronger at push-ups, okay? As long as we're bending our arms at the elbow and pushing back up and we're not relaxing our hips, okay? So I'm gonna do that one sideways for you. I got my body sideways, hips are up nice and high, quarter of the way down, and then bring it back up, okay? And it's good range of motion there. Now, if you're able to go further and you're able to do those for your fitness test, that's excellent. So if we get our hands apart and we're able to go down a little bit lower and come back up and keep that same structure in our body, that's even better, okay? But that might be for higher ranking students. So whatever your level is, if you're doing the quarter push-up or you're doing lower versions, whatever you're doing for that 1 minute, you can try to be consistent. So if I'm gonna do the quarter push-up, I'm gonna try to see how many of those I can get done in 1 minute time, okay? And then I'll explain at the end how we're gonna try to increase that, all right? The next exercise, one of my favorites, is called a leg raise. Okay, it's an excellent core exercise, and we're gonna make sure that we keep our legs nice and straight for this one. So when I'm down on the floor, I'm pointing sideways, I'm gonna get my hands underneath the small of my back and get lifted up just a little bit and try to get my legs all the way straight, okay? I'm gonna start at the bottom, lift them up about halfway, and then right back down. As many times as I could do that. If I need to take a break, rest your feet, okay? Then get those legs straight back out, and then come back up and down again. Now they only count if you're able to keep your legs straight. If you're bending your legs too much, or if you bring your knees all the way in, it's not gonna isolate the core as much as we want. So we're gonna try to keep our legs as straight as we can. And again, you're gonna try that for 1 minute and see how many you could do, okay? The last exercise is a sit-up. Now I have one of our heavy bags here that I'm gonna use to put my feet under. There's a lot of different ways you could do this. You could ask a sibling to hold your feet, or you could use the corner of a bed or a pillow or something else on the floor to support your feet underneath, and that way you can really isolate your core, okay? So I'm gonna tuck my feet right underneath the bag, and I'm gonna come all the way back down to the floor and then sit straight back up, okay? All the way back down to the floor and sit straight back up. and I'm going to see how many of those I could do in 1 minute. All right, now again, it's totally fine if you have to take breaks. The whole idea here is that we figure out how many of each exercise we could do in 1 minute time. Okay, so again, jumping jacks, leg raises, push up, and sit up. Okay? Now again, I hope all the parents out here from the school are going to either do these exercises with their student or make sure that they're doing the technique properly, because it'll be great if we can get our parents and students working together on this. Okay? Now here's the test. You do that 1 minute time for each exercise. You write it down. Make sure you write it down. Otherwise, you might forget the number, especially if it's high. Okay? Then you're going to do that this weekend. So today's Friday. So either on Saturday or Sunday, you're going to take that test. And it should only take you about 10 minutes if you're going to rest a little bit in between each one. Every day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week, you're going to try to add 5 to every number every day. So let's say I start off with 10 jumping jacks during my fitness test. Monday, I'm going to do 10 again. Okay? Tuesday, I'm going to add 5. Wednesday, I add 5. Thursday, I add 5. And Friday, I add 5. All the way through the week. Okay? And that's going to happen for each exercise. Now, at the end of the week, you're going to take a little rest. Maybe you rest on Saturday. Okay? On Sunday, you're going to take that 1 minute fitness test again. And the goal is to grow your strength over 1 week. Because even 5 days in a row, I mean, that's huge. If you're able to accomplish this 5 days in a row, you're definitely going to get stronger at the exercises. Because just like in class, when we practice punching or kicking, consistency is key. You're coming to class multiple times per week. If you're doing this fitness challenge multiple days per week, you're going to get stronger as we go across the days. Okay? So here's what we got to do. After we take our tests on Saturday or Sunday this week, we work out the whole week, Monday through Friday. Then we take another fitness test on Sunday. I want to see pictures and videos and posts about your progress, and I want to see your numbers. So if you take this fitness test and you get a good number to start, I want you to post, here are my starting numbers. One of the best ways that we can make progress is by holding ourselves accountable. And that means sharing information with the people around us. Because if you say, oh yeah, I'm going to do that fitness test, then you don't tell anybody your numbers. It might be easy today to say, oh, I got busy, or I had to do schoolwork, or whatever it might be, and I didn't have time to get it done. If you tell your friends, you post, have your parents post on our Facebook feed, here's the numbers that we got on our first test. It's going to be a lot harder for you not to do it, because everybody wants to make positive progress, okay? Now, this is the first thing we are doing remotely, and I'm really excited about the opportunity to come to you guys in this format and make sure that we all continue to make progress over the next few weeks. And I'm excited that we're going to be able to start with this really cool fitness test. Now, later in the week, get excited, because we're going to have instructors in here helping you guys on your forms, helping you on one-steps, helping you with sparring combinations, all things you could do from home. And I'm really excited that even though we might not be spending as much time together right now as we normally do, we're going to be able to continue to push forward every day, just like as if we were coming to class. And if you need anything or you're not sure on what's going to happen next, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or some of the staff so we can get those questions answered, okay? Have a great day. I'm so excited to see your progress.